12 bright stars bowing down to me. The sun and the moon were bowing down to me.
Not again, Joseph.
What if the greatest stories in the Bible happened today, right here in Nigeria? Welcome to Joseph and His Brothers, a story of betrayal and redemption. A modern retelling of one of the Bible's most powerful narratives. Over 3,500 years ago, a young man named Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. But through it all, God had a plan that would save nations. Today, we bring this ancient story to life in modern Lagos and Abuja. Same story, same lessons, same God, different time. This is not just a story about the past. This is a story about family, jealousy, integrity, forgiveness, and divine purpose. A story that still speaks to us today. Let the journey begin. Bible reference, Genesis 37-50, the complete story of Joseph.
Episode 1. The Coat of Many Colors.
Every story has a beginning. For Joseph, it began with favor, his father's love, his brother's hatred, and a gift that would change everything. But favoritism without wisdom is a dangerous thing, especially when jealousy is watching. This is where betrayal is born. In the bustling city of Lagos lived a wealthy businessman, Chief Jacob Adeyemi. He had 12 sons, but among them all, one stood out. Joseph, the son of his beloved late wife, Rachel. Joseph was different, brilliant, visionary, and his father's favorite.
You've grown into a strong leader, Joseph. It's your time to lead. I'm ready, Chief. You are ready now, my son.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah.
I am honored and prepared to lead.
You have the wisdom now, Joseph said.
Thank you, Chief Jacob. I won't let you down.
I know you won't.
At just 25 years old, Joseph had dreams that seemed impossible. Dreams of building a tech empire, dreams of transforming Nigeria's economy. While his older brothers managed their father's traditional businesses, import/export, real estate, transportation, Joseph spoke of algorithms, artificial intelligence, and innovation. Bible reference, Genesis 37:5. Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more.
Warehouse, transport company, real estate management. Brothers building success together.
Warehouse is stocked and ready to ship. Confirmed on the headset, dispatching now. The structure looks solid, construction is on schedule.
Reuben managed the warehouses. Simeon ran the transport division. Levi oversaw real estate. Each brother worked hard, grinding daily in Lagos traffic, dealing with difficult clients, managing difficult staff. They were the backbone of the Adeyemi empire. But their father's eyes were always on Joseph.
You deserve this, my son. Take good care of it. Thank you, Dad. Enjoy your new car. I will.
Then came the day that changed everything. Chief Jacob called a family meeting. Joseph, he announced, you've completed your master's degree with distinction. As a reward, he pulled out keys to a brand new Range Rover Sport, the latest model. This is for you, my son, and I'm also giving you 50 million naira to start your tech company. Bible reference, Genesis 37:3. He made an ornate robe for him.
I don't believe this. How could he? After all we've done, this is unbelievable. No, this can't be real. This is unbelievable. What have you done?
After all we've done for you?
Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. You knew nothing of the will. He's taken everything. I won't let him get away with this. It should have been ours. I can't believe this. You think you can just show up here? This is ours. No, look, this is a mistake. Get out. Not until we get what's ours.
That night, the brothers gathered at their usual spot in Victoria Island. This is rubbish, Simeon spat. We've been working like slaves for 15 years, and this small boy we just finished school gets everything. You see the way Baba dey look him? Levi added, like saying a Jesus Christ himself. The bitterness had been growing for years. Now it had become hatred. Bible reference, Genesis 37:4. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated him and could not speak a kind word to him.
I saw 12 bright stars bowing down to me. The sun and the moon were bowing down to me.
Not again, Joseph. He's still doing this?
I saw it. I was high above the sun and the moon.
You keep dreaming.
No, this is real. You bow down to me.
I have this dream, see? It was incredible, the stars, the power. You're all gonna bow to me. Give it a rest, Joseph.
Joseph, in his youthful innocence, didn't read the room. At the next family dinner, he stood up excitedly. "I had a dream last night," he announced. "I saw all of us in a big company boardroom. I was the CEO presenting to international investors. And all of you, my brothers, you were bowing down, acknowledging my presentation as genius." Bible reference, Genesis 37:5-7. "Listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it."
I'm telling you, it happened. No way you're making that up. He's definitely lying. I am not. Believe me. Prove it. Yeah, prove it.
This boy done craze. Judah laughed bitterly. "You think say you go be our boss? You ain't never suffer one day for this Lagos." "Baba Don spoil this one finish," another muttered. Even Reuben, the eldest and usually calm, felt the sting. Their father smiled proudly at Joseph's ambition. He didn't see the danger brewing. But Joseph had another dream, this time even more audacious. "I saw the sun, moon, and 11 stars," he said, showing an animation on his iPad. "All bowing to me. I think it means my business will be so successful. Even our parents will be amazed." This time, even Chief Jacob was uncomfortable. "Joseph, my son, be careful with such talk," he warned quietly. Bible reference, Genesis 37:9-10. "I had another dream, and this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me."
The perimeter is secured, but the inside will be tricky. We'll need a distraction at the main gate.
No, too obvious. Cut the power first.
Too risky. No, it's the only way in. We need more time. We don't know.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming. We have to finish this now.
That night, the brothers met in secret. "This one done past level of disrespect," Simeon said. "Wetin we go do?" Judah asked. "Make we teach 'em lesson," another suggested. "Small lesson we go humble am." They didn't know it yet, but their bitterness was about to birth a betrayal that would change all their lives forever. Joseph drove through Lagos in his new Range Rover, music blasting, dreams bigger than the skyline. He was brilliant, ambitious, and favored, but he was also naive. He didn't understand that privilege without wisdom is dangerous, that favor without humility breeds enemies, that sometimes your greatest threat isn't strangers, but family. And like storm clouds gathering over Lagos during rainy season, betrayal was coming. The question was no longer if, but when. Bible reference, Genesis 37:11. His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. Joseph had everything, wealth, favor, dreams of greatness, but he was about to lose it all, because the people closest to you can become your greatest danger. Next time on Joseph and his brothers, the brothers' bitterness explodes into action. Joseph is betrayed, sold, and torn away from everything he knows. A father's heart is shattered by a lie, and a young man's faith faces its first devastating test. Episode 2, Sold into Slavery. Remember, what man means for evil, God can turn for good. Until next time, stay blessed. Bible reference, Genesis 50:20. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good.
Joseph, it is time. You will be sold to the Ishmaelites. No, brother, please. Have mercy on me.
You are no longer one of us.
Take him! I have been betrayed!
He is yours.
You would sell your own brother? Silence, Joseph. You brought this upon yourself. To the traders. Now.
The transaction is complete. Take him.
Do we have to?
Yes, you agreed to the price.
No, please, brothers, don't do this. Quickly.
Episode 2. Sold into slavery. Previously on Joseph and his brothers, favoritism bred jealousy, dreams sparked hatred, and Joseph in his innocence didn't see the storm coming. Now, the brothers have made their choice, and Joseph's life is about to be ripped apart by the very people who should have protected him. This is the day everything changes.
Joseph, take this and handle the matter swiftly and carefully. Yes, Father, I will. Consider it done.
3 weeks after the dream incident, Chief Jacob called Joseph. "Your brothers are in Port Harcourt managing our oil and gas supply contract," he said. "I haven't heard from them in days. Please go and check on them. Make sure everything is running smoothly." Joseph grabbed his car keys, eager to prove himself useful. "Yes, sir. I'll leave immediately." Bible reference, Genesis 37:13-14. So Israel said to Joseph, "Go and see if all is well with your brothers." The drive from Lagos to Port Harcourt was long, but Joseph didn't mind. He played his favorite music, rehearsed his business pitch, and dreamed about the future. He had no idea that his brothers had seen him coming from far away. In Port Harcourt, at the industrial facility, a message came through. Joseph is on his way. The brothers exchanged looks. The opportunity they'd been waiting for had arrived. Bible reference, Genesis 37:18. But they saw him in the distance, and before he reached them, they plotted to kill him.
I told you we can't trust Joseph.
We handle him like this.
That's too risky. No, we need to take him out now. But the police, no, we'll be quick. No one will know.
"This not our chance," Simeon said, his voice hard. "We fit deal with this boy once and for all." "You mean, kill him?" one brother asked nervously. "Accident," Judah suggested. "Car accident. It day happen for Nigerian roads every day. Nobody go suspect anything." But Reuben, the eldest, felt his stomach turn. "No," he said firmly. "We no fit kill our own brother. Baba go die of heartbreak." Bible reference, Genesis 37:21-22. When Reuben heard this, he tried to rescue him. "Let's not take his life."
Good to be here. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Joseph arrived at sunset, his Range Rover gleaming in the golden light. "My brothers," he called out cheerfully. "Papa sent me to check on Una. How's the contract going?" He didn't see the coldness in their eyes, didn't notice how they surrounded him slowly, like wolves circling prey. "Come, make we show you something for inside warehouse," Judah said with a fake smile.
Help! Stop! Hold him! Don't let him go! No! No!
The moment Joseph stepped into the empty warehouse, they grabbed him. "What are you doing?" he screamed. "Bros, wet'n I do?" They stripped him of his expensive watch, his designer clothes, his phone. "You think say you better pass us?" Simeon spat. "You think say your dream go come true?" They beat him until he couldn't stand. Then they dragged him to a dark storage container and locked him inside. Bible reference, Genesis 37:23-24. They stripped him of his robe and threw him into the cistern.
God help me! Please help me! I don't deserve this. Please, please.
In the darkness, Joseph wept, not just from pain, but from betrayal. These were his brothers, his blood. "God," he cried out, "why? What did I do wrong?" Outside, he could hear them arguing, Reuben's voice trying to convince them to let him go. But the others wanted something more permanent, something final.
"All right, we're here. Let's get this done."
Stay sharp. Eyes open.
Ishmael Traders never misses a deadline.
That's when the truck arrived. Ishmael Traders, human traffickers who operated between Nigeria and Libya. They dealt in illegal workers, moving desperate people across borders for profit. Judah saw them and got an idea. "Make we sell AM," he said coldly. "We go collect money, and he go disappear forever. Nobody go find Am for Libya." The brothers agreed, all except Reuben, who had gone to check the main office. Bible reference, Genesis 37:26-27. What will we gain if we kill our brother? Come, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites.
The money is here. Take him. Let me go. Help! Help! Don't do this!
They sold their own brother for 500,000 naira. As the traffickers dragged Joseph toward the truck, he screamed, "Please, I'm your brother. Don't do this." He called each one by name, begged them, reminded them of their childhood together. But their hearts had turned to stone. The truck door slammed shut. Joseph was gone. Bible reference, Genesis 37:28. So they sold Joseph for 20 shekels of silver to the Ishmaelites.
The time is now. Tear it to pieces. Destroy it all. Make sure it's soaked. We must convince him he's gone forever.
"Where'd we go tell Baba?" one asked. They looked at each other. The reality of what they'd done was sinking in. "Accident," Judah said finally. "We go say armed robbers attack Am for road." They killed a goat, soaked Joseph's torn clothes in blood, and staged the scene, the perfect cover-up, or so they thought. Bible reference, Genesis 37:31. They got Joseph's robe, slaughtered a goat, and dipped the robe in the blood.
No! It can't be. Tell me it's not him. It is. We tried everything, Father. Oh, God, not my son. We brought him home. He's gone. Son, rest now, Father.
When they returned to Lagos, they presented the evidence. Chief Jacob took one look at the blood-soaked clothes and collapsed. "My son," he wailed. "Joseph, my Joseph." His cries echoed through the mansion. The brothers stood watching their father's heart shatter. Some felt guilt, some felt nothing, but all of them lied. "We tried to save him, Baba," Reuben said, the words bitter in his mouth. Bible reference, Genesis 37:33-34. He recognized it and said, "It is my son's robe. Some ferocious animal has devoured him." Meanwhile, in the back of that truck, heading toward Libya, Joseph sat among strangers, stripped of everything, his clothes, his car, his dignity, his family, but not his faith. "God," he whispered in the darkness, "if you can hear me, don't leave me." He didn't know it yet, but this betrayal was only the beginning. The real test was still to come. Bible reference, Genesis 37:36. Meanwhile, the Midianites sold Joseph in Egypt. Betrayed, sold, enslaved. Joseph's dreams seemed dead. His family was gone. His future looked like permanent darkness. But even in the back of that truck, heading toward the unknown, God was still in control. Next time on Joseph and His Brothers, from slavery comes an unexpected opportunity. Joseph rises again, but temptation and false accusations await. When integrity costs you everything, will you still choose what's right? Episode 3, Potiphar's Wife, Temptation and Accusation. Remember, God's presence doesn't prevent pain, it carries you through it. Until next time, stay blessed. Bible reference, Genesis 39:2. The Lord was with Joseph and he prospered.
Faster, all of you! Clear this rubble now!
Episode 3, Potiphar's Wife, Temptation and Accusation. Previously on Joseph and His Brothers, The brothers sold Joseph to traffickers. A father was destroyed by grief, and Joseph disappeared into slavery in Libya. Now, rescued from one nightmare, Joseph is about to face another. Because sometimes doing the right thing leads to the wrong consequences, and integrity can become its own prison. This is the test of character. For 6 months, Joseph worked in Libya under brutal conditions, trafficked, abused, treated worse than an animal. But something about him was different. Even in slavery, his intelligence shone through. He learned Arabic quickly. He organized the workers. He solved problems. When a wealthy Nigerian politician, Senator Potiphar Adenuga, visited the camp looking for a personal assistant, the traffickers saw an opportunity. Bible reference, Genesis 39:1. Potiphar, an Egyptian who was one of Pharaoh's officials, bought him from the Ishmaelites.
Your contract is now mine, Joseph. You will serve in my household. Let's go.
This one gets sense, the trafficker told Senator Potiphar. He fit read, write, speak English and Arabic. He get master's degree SF. The senator was impressed. He paid Joseph's ransom and brought him back to Nigeria, not as a free man, but as a bonded servant. Joseph now belonged to one of the most powerful politicians in Abuja. Bible reference, Genesis 39:2. The Lord was with Joseph so that he prospered.
I've restructured the filings and streamlined the household budget.
Joseph, the efficiency report is outstanding. You've done remarkable work.
Within 3 months, Joseph had transformed Senator Potiphar's entire household. Bills that used to go unpaid, now organized and automated. Staff that used to steal, now managed with accountability systems. Business deals that used to fail, Joseph's research and analysis made them profitable. The senator was amazed. "This boy a blessing," he told his wife. "Everything where it touched, they prosper." Bible reference, Genesis 39:3. His master saw that the Lord was with him and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did.
I'm pleased to officially appoint you as my new chief of staff. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator. I am ready to begin the work.
Senator Potiphar made Joseph his chief of staff. "I trust you completely," the senator said. "Manage everything, my houses, my businesses, my investments, everything except my wife's affairs. That one na off limits." Joseph bowed respectfully. "Thank you, sir. I no go disappoint you." For the first time since his betrayal, Joseph felt hope. Maybe God hadn't forgotten him after all. Bible reference, Genesis 39:4-6. Potiphar put him in charge of his household, and he entrusted to his care everything he owned.
There you are, Joseph. I've been waiting for you. Joseph, don't be afraid. Come closer, I want to speak with you.
But there was a problem. Madame Zainab, the senator's wife. She was beautiful, wealthy, and bored. Her husband was always traveling, Abuja today, London tomorrow, Dubai next week. She spent her days shopping, partying, and looking for excitement. And now Joseph, young, handsome, intelligent, righteous, was in her house every day.
You shouldn't work so hard, Joseph. There are better ways to spend our time.
It started with small things. "Joseph, come rub my shoulders, I'm stressed." "Joseph, help me zip this dress." "Joseph, have dinner with me, I'm lonely." Joseph tried to maintain professionalism, but the advances became bolder. One evening, she said it plainly. "Joseph, stop pretending. My husband travels all the time. Nobody will know." Joseph's heart pounded. She was beautiful, powerful, and he was just a servant, but his answer was firm. Bible reference, Genesis 39:7. After a while, his master's wife took notice of Joseph and said, "Come to bed with me."
Madam, I must respectfully decline. I cannot cross that line.
How dare you? You will regret this insolence, I assure you.
Madam, I cannot, Joseph said, his voice shaking but resolute. Your husband trusts me with everything. How can I betray him like that? And more than that, how can I sin against God? This thing where you they ask me, it no be just betrayal of man, the betrayal of God. Madam Zainab's face hardened. She wasn't used to rejection. Nobody said no to her. Nobody. Bible reference, Genesis 39, 8-9. But he refused. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?
Don't you dare walk away from me. You hear me?
Please calm down.
Calm down. I will ruin you.
For weeks, she persisted. Every day, a new approach. Gifts, promises, threats. You think say you too holy. You think say you better pass other men. But Joseph stood firm. He avoided being alone with her. He focused on his work. He prayed. But he was trapped. He couldn't tell the senator. Who would believe a servant over his wife? He couldn't leave. He was still bonded. All he could do was resist and pray. Bible reference, Genesis 39:10. And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her or even be with her. Then came the day that changed everything. The senator had traveled to London for a conference. The house was empty. All the staff had been given the day off. All except Joseph, who was finishing reports in the study. Madam Zainab called him to her bedroom. Please, madam, I'm busy, Joseph protested. I said come here, she commanded. When he entered, she locked the door. Now, she said, grabbing his shirt. Nobody day here. This is your last chance. Bible reference, Genesis 39:11-12. One day he went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the household servants was inside. She caught him by his cloak. Joseph pulled away with such force that his shirt tore. He didn't stop to explain. He didn't apologize. He ran, out of the bedroom, out of the mansion, into the compound. His mind was racing. God, what have I done? I've rejected a senator's wife. I'm finished. Behind him, Madam Zainab stood holding his torn shirt, her body trembling, not with desire, but with rage. Bible reference, Genesis 39:12. But he left his cloak in her hand and ran out of the house.
Help! Police! There's been an incident. He tried to hurt me. Quick, send help now.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Madam Zainab called security, her voice theatrical with false terror. This slave boy attacked me. He tried to rape me. I screamed and he ran, leaving his shirt. By the time Joseph returned to explain, police were waiting. Handcuffs, arrest, a setup so perfect, escape was impossible. Joseph's integrity had just become his prison sentence. Bible reference, Genesis 39:13-18. She kept his cloak beside her until his master came home. Then she told him this story. That Hebrew slave you brought us came to me to make sport of me. Joseph chose integrity, and it cost him everything. Falsely accused, arrested, imprisoned. From the heights of success to the depths of Kirikiri maximum security prison, it seemed like the end. But God was writing a story bigger than Joseph could see. Next time on Joseph and His Brothers, in the darkest place, divine connections are made, dreams return, interpretations shake the nation, and a forgotten prisoner gets a phone call that will change Nigeria's future. Episode 4, From Prison to Palace. Remember, your current position is not your final destination. Until next time, stay blessed. Bible reference, Psalm 105:19. Till what he foretold came to pass, till the word of the Lord proved him true.
In my dream, I saw a vine with ripe grapes. I took the grapes, pressed them into this cup, and served it to the president myself.
Previously on Joseph and His Brothers, Joseph resisted temptation. He chose honor over pleasure, integrity over safety, and for his righteousness, he was thrown into prison. 4 years in darkness, forgotten by man, but not by God. Now, the president has a dream, and the only man who can interpret it is sitting in cell number 2847. This is the moment everything turns. Kirikiri Maximum Security Prison, the place where political enemies disappeared, where corruption accusations were buried, where Senator Potiphar sent people he wanted to forget. And now, Joseph was inmate number 2847, accused of attempted rape of a senator's wife. No trial, no defense, no hope. The prison wardens threw him into a cell with hardened criminals. "Welcome to hell," one inmate laughed. Joseph collapsed on the concrete floor. Everything he'd rebuilt, gone, again. Bible reference, Genesis 39:20. Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined.
Look, I understand the disagreement, but the text is clear. We must approach this with patience and understanding if we are to move forward.
But even in prison, something about Joseph was different. While other inmates fought, he mediated. While others despaired, he encouraged. He started teaching inmates to read and write. He organized prayer meetings. He helped resolve disputes. The chief warden noticed. This one no be normal prisoner, he thought. Within 6 months, the warden had made Joseph the prison supervisor, in charge of all inmate activities. Bible reference, Genesis 39:21-23. The Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden.
Get your hands off me! I am the chief of staff!
You can't do this! I demand a lawyer!
Shut up! You can't do this to me! I demand to speak to my lawyer right now!
2 years later, scandal rocked Abuja. The president's chief of staff and the minister of finance were arrested for corruption, multi-billion naira fraud, international money laundering. They were thrown into Kirikiri, awaiting trial. Joseph was assigned to their cell block. These weren't ordinary prisoners. These were men who had breakfast with presidents, who controlled national budgets, who could change Joseph's fate with one phone call. But they arrived broken, confused, and afraid. Bible reference, Genesis 41:4. The cupbearer and the baker of the king of Egypt offended their master, and he put them in custody in the house of the captain of the guard, in the same prison where Joseph was confined.
You need to eat, gentlemen. You have to keep your strength up.
One morning, Joseph brought them breakfast and noticed they looked more troubled than usual. "Oga, wetin happen?" he asked gently. "You people know well?" The chief of staff looked up. "We both had strange dreams last night. Very vivid, very disturbing. In the presidential villa, we would have called prophets and spiritual advisors. But here," he gestured at the cell walls, "there's nobody." Joseph's heart quickened. Dreams. God had once spoken to him through dreams. Maybe God was about to speak again. Bible reference, Genesis 46:8. We both had dreams, but there is no one to interpret them. Joseph said to them, "Do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me your dreams."
In my dream, I saw a vine with ripe grapes. I took the grapes, pressed them into this cup, and served it to the president myself.
The chief of staff went first. "I saw a grapevine with 3 branches. It budded, blossomed, and produced ripe grapes. I took the grapes, squeezed them into the president's cup, and served it to him." Joseph closed his eyes, praying silently. Then he spoke with confidence. "The 3 branches are 3 days. In 3 days, the president will investigate your case, find you innocent, and restore you to your position. You will serve him again, just as you squeezed those grapes and served him in the dream." Bible reference, Genesis 49:13. This is what it means. The 3 branches are 3 days. Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift up your head and restore you to your position.
There were 3 baskets of white bread on my head. And the vultures, they came and started eating from them. They devoured everything. It was horrible. The birds, the vultures, they ate all the bread in the baskets.
The Minister of Finance, encouraged, jumped in. I also had a dream. I was carrying 3 baskets of bread on my head for the president. But before I could deliver them, vultures came and devoured everything. Joseph's face fell. He knew what this meant, but he had to speak truth. Sir, the 3 baskets are also 3 days. In 3 days, the president will investigate your case, find you guilty, and you will be executed. I'm sorry. Bible reference, Genesis 40:16-19. Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift off your head and impale your body on a pole, and the birds will eat away your flesh.
Please, Chief, you must believe me. I didn't do this. My family needs me. Don't let them do this.
Joseph grabbed the chief of staff's hands. Sir, when you get out, and you will get out, please remember me. I beg you. I was kidnapped from my family, sold into slavery, falsely accused by my master's wife. I've done nothing wrong. Please, mention me to the president. Help me get out of this place. The chief of staff nodded solemnly. I will remember you, Joseph. I swear it. Bible reference, Genesis 40:14-15. When all goes well with you, remember me and show me kindness. Mention me to Pharaoh and get me out of this prison.
In a stunning turn of events, the Chief of Staff has been released, while the minister was executed earlier today.
3 days later, exactly as Joseph predicted, the president completed his investigation. The chief of staff was found innocent. He had been framed by political enemies. He was released with full honors, motorcade and all. The minister of finance was found guilty. Evidence of massive fraud was undeniable. He was executed that same day. Everything Joseph said came true, exactly. But the chief of staff, back in his luxurious office, forgot about Joseph completely. Bible reference, Genesis 40:20-23. The chief cupbearer, however, did not remember Joseph. He forgot him.
My strength is gone, Lord.
2 more years passed. Joseph waited. Every day he hoped. Maybe today the chief of staff will remember. Maybe today someone will come for me. But nobody came. The hope in his eyes began to fade. He was now 30 years old. He'd been enslaved for 7 years, imprisoned for 4. His dreams of business empire, of making his father proud, of vindicating himself to his brothers, all of it seemed like foolish youth. Maybe God had abandoned him. Maybe this was his life now. Bible reference, Genesis 40:23. The chief cupbearer, however, did not remember Joseph. He forgot him.
Breaking news tonight, the president's insomnia is reaching critical levels.
That's right. We're hearing his spiritual advisors have been completely unable to help with the disturbing nightmares.
Then, one night, the president had a dream. Not just 1, 2 dreams. So vivid, so disturbing, he woke up in cold sweat. He called every prophet, every babalawo, every spiritual advisor in Nigeria. Nobody could interpret it. The entire nation was watching. The president was losing sleep, becoming paranoid. That's when the chief of staff suddenly froze. A memory, a prison cell, a young man who interpreted dreams with impossible accuracy. Bible reference, Genesis 41:1-8. When morning came, his mind was troubled, so he sent for all the magicians and wise men of Egypt, but no one could interpret them for him.
Joseph, you going to Aso? Joseph, you going to Aso Rock?
Mr. President, the chief of staff said carefully, I remember something. When I was in prison, there was a young man. He interpreted dreams, and everything he said came true. His name is Joseph. Within the hour, orders were sent to Kirikiri. Bring prisoner 2847 to Aso Rock immediately. When the guards opened Joseph's cell, he thought it was another interrogation, until one said, You're going to see the president. Joseph fell to his knees. God had not forgotten him. The palace was calling. Bible reference, Genesis 41:9-14. Then the chief cupbearer said to Pharaoh. Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and he was quickly brought from the dungeon. From prison to palace, from forgotten to national hero, from slave to second in command. Joseph's promotion was instant, but his preparation took years. Now the economy is booming, but Joseph knows what's coming. 7 years of plenty, then 7 years of famine. And when the famine hits, hungry people will come from everywhere, including his brothers. Next time on Joseph and His Brothers, the final chapter. 17 years later, the family reunion nobody expected. Old wounds resurface, guilt meets grace, and Joseph must decide, revenge or redemption. Episode 5, Reunion and Forgiveness. Remember, your test is preparing you for your testimony. Until next time, stay blessed. Bible reference, Psalm 105:17-19. He sent a man before them, Joseph, sold as a slave, till what he foretold came to pass.
I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold.
No, forgive us!
Episode 5, Reunion and Forgiveness. Previously on Joseph and His Brothers, Joseph interpreted the president's dream and was promoted to economic czar. For 7 years, he prepared Nigeria for the coming famine. The boom years have passed. Now, the recession has hit. Nations are starving, but Nigeria has food, and everyone is coming to buy, including 10 brothers who once sold a boy into slavery. This is the moment of truth, when the powerful meet the powerless, when the betrayed face the betrayers, when yesterday's victim holds today's fate. This is the final chapter.
The dream reveals 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of severe famine. We must store the abundance now to survive the years of scarcity.
Joseph stood before the president of Nigeria, the most powerful man in the nation. Sir, both dreams mean the same thing, Joseph explained. The 7 healthy cows and 7 good grains represent 7 years of economic boom coming to Nigeria. Oil prices will rise, foreign investment will pour in, GDP will grow rapidly. But the 7 sick cows and withered grains, 7 years of severe economic recession will follow. Inflation, unemployment, poverty. If we don't prepare during the boom, the recession will destroy this nation. Bible reference, Genesis 41:25-32. God has revealed to Pharaoh what he is about to do. 7 years of great abundance are coming, but 7 years of famine will follow them.
With this economic framework, we anticipate a significant increase in our annual GDP. I am impressed, Minister.
Here's what you must do, Joseph continued boldly. Create a national strategic reserve. During the 7 good years, save 20% of all oil revenue, foreign reserves, and agricultural output. Build massive warehouses, stockpile food, medicine, essential goods. Invest in infrastructure that will create jobs during the recession. And you need someone to manage this. Someone with absolute authority, answerable only to you. Someone with wisdom and integrity. The president looked at Joseph for a long moment. Then he smiled. Bible reference, Genesis 41:33-36. Let Pharaoh appoint commissioners to take 1/5 of the harvest, to be used during the 7 years of famine.
I accept this immense responsibility, and I will serve to my new post. We believe in you, Joseph.
You are that man, the president declared. From this moment, you are appointed as Nigeria's economic czar. You will have full authority over all national reserves, all strategic planning, all economic policy. Only I will be above you. Joseph could barely breathe. From prison cell to presidential appointee in one day. At age 30, he became the second most powerful person in Nigeria. His brothers had sold him into slavery. but God had positioned him to save a nation. Bible reference, Genesis 41, 39-44. So Pharaoh said to Joseph, I hereby put you in charge of the whole land. Only with respect to the throne will I be greater than you.
The beginning of something special. This is just the start of our growth. Prosperity is here to stay.
7 years. It's truly been 7 years of prosperity.
For 7 years, Nigeria experienced unprecedented prosperity. Oil prices soared, foreign investors rushed in, technology sector boomed, and Joseph managed it brilliantly. He built 50 massive warehouse complexes across the country. He stockpiled grains, rice, medicine, fuel. He invested billions in agricultural technology, renewable energy, and water infrastructure. While other officials drove Ferraris and built private jets, Joseph saved, prepared, planned. The cabinet thought he was paranoid. Why save so much? The good times will last forever. But Joseph remembered his dream. The famine was coming. Bible reference, Genesis 41, 46-49. Joseph stored up huge quantities of grain like the sand of the sea. It was so much that he stopped keeping records.
Sell everything, it's collapsing.
We've been here all day. There's nothing left.
Then, exactly as predicted, year 8 arrived. Oil prices collapsed. Global recession hit. Foreign investors fled. Banks failed. Currency crashed. Unemployment exploded to 40%. Hunger spread across the nation like wildfire. Neighboring countries, Ghana, Cameroon, Niger, Chad, all suffered even worse. People were starving. Governments were collapsing. But Nigeria had Joseph. The warehouses he'd built were full. The systems he'd created were ready. While other nations begged the IMF for loans, Nigeria opened its strategic reserves. Bible reference, Genesis 41, 53-57. The 7 years of abundance in Egypt came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began. But in the whole land of Egypt, there was food.
Welcome, friends, to our Nigerian distribution center. Today, we stand together in unity and abundance. You're ready. Thank you, Joseph. This is an incredible operation. We are grateful for your partnership. The supplies are ready to feed the world.
We are so grateful for your generosity, Joseph.
Truly a blessing for our people.
People from all over West Africa came to Nigeria to buy food. Joseph's face was on every news channel. The economic genius who saved Nigeria. His strategy had worked perfectly. But one day, as he reviewed the international purchase requests, he saw a familiar name on the application form. Adeyemi Trading Company, Lagos. His heart stopped. Adeyemi, his father's company. His brothers were coming. After 17 years, the men who betrayed him were about to walk into his office. And they had no idea who he was. Bible reference, Genesis 42, 1-6. When Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Go down there and buy some for us." So Joseph's brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt.
You are seeking grain? We are, my lord.
They walked in, these older men, gray in their beards now, humbled by poverty, desperate. They bowed low before Joseph's desk, just like in his childhood dream. "Oga, sir, we are from Lagos. We need to buy grain for our families." Joseph recognized them immediately. Reuben, who'd wanted to save him. Simeon, who'd been the cruelest. Judah, who'd sold him, but they didn't recognize him. The boy they'd sold was now a man, powerful, wealthy, transformed. Joseph's hands trembled with rage. These men had destroyed his life. Now they were at his mercy. Bible reference, Genesis 42, 6-8. His brothers came and bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. Although Joseph recognized his brothers, they did not recognize him.
You stand accused of espionage against this land. You are nothing but spies.
No, my lord, we are honest men. We meant no harm.
"You are spies," Joseph accused them harshly in English, using a translator. "You've come to find weaknesses in our food security system." "No, sir," Reuben protested. "We are honest men, 12 brothers from one family in Lagos. Our youngest brother is home with our elderly father, and one brother is dead. Dead. They still believed their lie. Joseph fought back tears. Prove you're not spies. Bring me this youngest brother you speak of. Until then, one of you will remain here as collateral. He pointed at Simeon. Lock him up. Bible reference, Genesis 42, 9-20. You are spies. You have come to see where our land is unprotected. Bring your youngest brother to me.
Èyí jẹ́ nítorí ohun tí a ṣẹ̀ sí oríire wa ti lọ. Kí ni yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa ní báyìí? Ó jẹ́ nítorí Jósẹ́fù. A rí ìpọ́jú rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n a kàn.
As security led Simeon away, the brothers panicked. Speaking in Yoruba, thinking no one could understand, they said, "This na punishment for wetting we do Joseph," Reuben said. "I told Una not to harm the boy, but Una no listen. Now he don't catch us." Judah added, "That day where he day beg us, I still day hear him for my dreams. We deserve this suffering." Joseph, listening from his office through the translator, broke down in tears. After 17 years, they finally felt guilt, finally understood. He turned away so they wouldn't see him cry. Bible reference, Genesis 42, 21-24. They said to one another, "Surely we are being punished because of our brother. We saw how distressed he was. That's why this distress has come on us."
I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold.
No, forgive us.
They returned with Benjamin, their youngest brother. Joseph could no longer contain himself. He cleared the room of all staff and security. Then, in perfect Yoruba, he said, "I am Joseph, your brother, the one you sold to traffickers 17 years ago." The room went silent. The brothers' faces turned white with terror. They fell to their knees. "We are dead," they whispered. But Joseph raised them up, tears streaming down his face. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Yes, you sold me, but God sent me. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, to save many lives." Bible reference, Genesis 45, 1-8. "I am Joseph. Is my father still living? Do not be distressed or angry with yourselves. It was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you."
It is really you, Joseph. My son has come home. I have missed you so much.
Joseph brought his entire family to Abuja, his father, all his brothers, their wives and children. Chief Jacob, who had mourned Joseph for 17 years, held his son's face and wept. "I thought you were dead, but you are alive, and you have saved us all." The family that betrayal had broken, forgiveness had restored. Joseph's journey, from favorite son to slave, from prisoner to prime minister, was complete. Not because he was perfect, but because even in suffering, he trusted God, and God's plan was always bigger than the pain. Bible reference, Genesis 46, 29-30 and 50-20. Joseph threw his arms around his father and wept. "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." From betrayal to redemption, from pit to palace, from slavery to salvation, Joseph's journey was never just about him. It was about God's plan to save nations, to preserve a family, to teach us that no betrayal is bigger than God's purpose. The brothers meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. This is the story of Joseph, a story of how God can take your worst day and turn it into your greatest testimony. How he can use your pain to position you for purpose. How forgiveness doesn't make the past okay, it makes the future possible. The lessons we learn, favor without wisdom attracts jealousy, integrity will be tested, but it's never wasted. Your current position is not your final destination. God's timing is perfect, even when we can't see it. Forgiveness breaks chains that revenge only strengthens what men plan for evil. God orchestrates for good. Thank you for journeying with us through Joseph and his brothers, a story of betrayal and redemption. May you remember, your test is temporary, but your testimony is eternal. God is writing your story. Trust the process. Stay blessed, stay faithful, stay tuned for more biblical stories brought to life. This is Manmyke TV, reminding you that ancient wisdom meets modern truth. Bible reference, Genesis 50:20. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. The end.